We can start. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
On behalf of the Athens Institute for Education and Research, Atiner for short, I'd like to welcome you to this 8th International Conference on Global Studies, Business, Economic, Social and Cultural Aspects. My name is George Poulos, and I'm the Vice President of Research. I'm just going to say a few words about the Institute. Atiner was established in 1995, and its mission is to act as a forum where academics and researchers from all over the world can come together to this historic cradle of democracy, Athens, in order to exchange ideas on their research, to interact with each other, and to discuss future developments in their disciplines. The basic activities of Atiner include the organizing and hosting of international conferences and symposiums such as this one, the carrying out of research, and the production of various publications. And since 1995, Atiner has organized more than 300 international conferences and other events, and has published close to 200 books. Atiner has also organized numerous roundtable discussions and public speeches on topical issues, and you'll note that we will be having a roundtable discussion this afternoon as well. The Institute is also currently involved in an ambitious project regarding the proposed establishment of an academic village. The aim is to establish a community of research scholars and academics, and the proposed village will include a conference center, living facilities, as well as facilities for research and recreation. And you'll find more information on this in your file. Right, turning to today's activities, you should each have a program. Please note, and this is important, that each presentation is limited to 15 minutes. The chairpersons will keep time and will use 3 and 1 minute reminder cards. I'd like to ask the chairs to adhere strictly to the time constraints, and please allow for questions and discussion after all the papers have been presented and not after each paper. The chairpersons must also fill out the report forms that they'll be receiving, and this is important because the final program will be based on the chairperson's reports. Should you need to make use of technical facilities in your presentation, please confirm that everything is in order before the session begins. There will be someone from the admin staff. Olga will be here all the time to help you in this regard. And note also that there will be a coffee break between sessions. You should also consult the social program, which is in red in color. The Greek night tonight is to be recommended. Apart from Greek cuisine, there will be lots of Greek music and dancing, and you can join in if you like. And then there's the urban walk tomorrow, and then follows the cruise to selected islands and the visit to the ancient site of Delphi. Just a few words on publications. The Institute is involved with various publications. Firstly, there are the abstracts which are published. I know that some institutes don't recognize the publication of abstracts, but there are institutes in the world that do, and for this reason we do publish these abstracts. And then there are the papers that are presented on the online paper series. They are placed on the web as part of the series. Once the editing of these papers have been attended to after the conference, they'll have their own ISSN number, and of course will be cited for this reason. The purpose of this publication series is to firstly disseminate information in your paper as quickly as possible, and secondly to allow for feedback in case you wish to make amendments before submitting your paper for publication in the book. With regard to book publications, you'll receive an email soon after the conference asking you for a final draft for publication consideration and any other information that may be relevant. All papers that are submitted will go through a referee process before they will be considered for publication in the book. The journal series was introduced in 2014 and includes papers which are considered to be outstanding in content and which are selected and peer-reviewed by an editorial board. On the issue of collaboration, we at Atiner would also like to collaborate with other institutions. Academics, researchers, and institutes are invited to collaborate with our Institute on Research and Education projects. So if you're interested in a research project, you can come and talk to us and we can get the ball rolling, and we can organize various meetings in the future in this regard. If you're not yet a member of the Institute, we'd like you to join and to assist with the reviewing and editing of papers. Part of our vision is to organize visiting fellowships, and we are in the process of discussing this. This, of course, you will understand, takes quite a bit of time to do. Then finally, academic colleagues, as it's clear from the program, we come from many different countries, and we at Atiner sincerely hope that you'll make the most of this opportunity to interact with each other, that you'll enjoy this conference, that you'll go back home with fond memories, and most of all, that you'll want to come back to our conferences. Enjoy the conference, welcome once again, and I'd like to pass over to our president, Dr. Nikos, to say a few words as well. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Poulos. I'd like to welcome you to another annual international conference. We organize many every year. Our concept is to organize small events so people can get together. The unfortunate thing today is that too many Greeks may participate in this conference because they are all late. I don't know why. Actually, there's none from Greece, but I guess they think we are Greece, so we can be late. But usually we start on time, 99.9%, and we finish a little bit earlier. So, in that respect, we are not so Greek. Now, it's an exciting time, by the way. Still, again, we're in the front lines. I don't know why, how it happens, but Athens, Greece, turmoil, political upheavals, civil wars, and as I was saying to Professor Koveos, for the last 5 years, there are fights in Athens, but apart from Athens, anywhere in the world, there are killings. I mean, we don't have a single story to say about someone who was hospitalized or was killed during this political upheaval. But all over us, different places in the world, unfortunately, it's in the news, but here, too much words and no action. So that's the thing. Now at the Athens Institute, every year we run more and more events. You are more than welcome to help us. And we have, I think, a unique way of organizing events in Athens because we emphasize small things. And we have something around international holidays. So this is just before Christmas. We have another one after the New Year's Eve, one in the Easter, and of course during the summer, May, June, and July, we have many conferences. And our way of doing this, and of course you are more than welcome, because I know a lot of you have been here before, because it's very unusual actually. People come for the first time, then come after 5 years, or after 10 years, because for them it's a dream come true to come to Athens in one event for educational purpose, nothing else, because they consider it that it's a birthplace of education, history, culture. And this is the reason why they come, not because of us. So they use us as a means to achieve something else. But that's okay. Now, what we're trying to do is to organize a lot of small but parallel events during May, June, July. So you are more than welcome to become a member. There is no cost. I'll send you an email after the conference. And if you are a member, propose to organize a small event, which will be parallel, or even a conference, which will be parallel to another conference that we organize. So we get people together. We have done this year, I think we have added like 20, 30 such small events that they are parallel with some other conferences. This is our idea. Small groups of people come together. Of course, in December we cannot have that, but in May and June we have parallel many other events, so we get all together during the social activities. And this is our concept. I'm trying to explain to you what we are doing. We want small groups of people from all over different countries here. I don't know how many countries are represented, but usually we have many countries, and small groups so they can get together. Now, as Professor Poulos said, and because there is a demand for that, some people, they come and they want to discuss a topical issue. This afternoon we have a roundtable discussion, and I'd like you to join it. And there is a lot of concern about the Eurozone debt crisis. It's a local issue, so to speak, but has tremendous global impact. So we're very lucky that we have 3 core ambassadors in Athens, of course. They can come and talk about this. And we're lucky because we don't have to pay for their expenses, because if we brought them from Finland, for example, it's too expensive and we cannot afford it. So we are very cheap, in other words. So we bring them from Athens, and all we have to, the cost is a lunch, nothing else. So it's food. So we are very, and of course we have the professor from the Athens University of Economic Business. He is well known for his work in there, and we have Professor as well. And I have prepared something about the Greek debt crisis, and we'll have the opportunity, and I'd like you to join. It's will be the last session today, and then someone will wait for you to go all together to Greek night. The way that we organize, we have a research assistant here. So whenever you want something, Olga, she's in the back there, you can ask her. I think you already met her. And for whatever things that has to do with administration, and the boys and the girls outside can help you with administration. Please don't ask me, most probably I will not know, or Professor Poulos, because we are a source of misinformation rather than informing you. And then don't use us to complain that we gave you misinformation. So that's another thing. Now, as Professor Poulos mentioned, I'd like to emphasize something that we have tried this year. We have a lot of papers, many papers. Maybe this year we have about more than 1,000 papers to handle. And we are doing good job in organizing events. Not very good, not an excellent one, not a perfect one. But we are doing a good job. On average, people are satisfied. We are not doing so good a job in publishing. And I'll tell you why. Now, we have the abstract book. As Professor Poulos said, the abstract book comes out after the conference. Some universities, they think that it's a publication. I don't think, but anyway, since they buy it, no problem. We have an ISBN number, so it's cataloged in other words, and it's okay. The second thing that we invented is to have an online paper series. The reason is a lot of people complain that their publication comes out too late and cannot be cited, because what is important is not the publication, but the citation. I don't know if you have noticed that. It's how many people cite your work is more important than the number of publications that you have. Because you can have 1,000 publications and nobody reads them. And you have one publication and 1,000 read them. So this is, or cited. This is very important. Now, the online publication, the paper series, what we call. Now, this year we're going to change the style. Usually what we did, they have an ISSN number, the paper can come in and then we upload right away. Now we're going to go through what I call a soft peer review. So we're not going to upload everything, because English is a very important, is a problem. So we have to, those of the, like myself for example, you must have a professional English proofreader and editor. The second thing is that the paper must have something, like it should have an introduction, it should have a review of English literature, it should have methodology, it should have some results, and some conclusions. If it's a speech, we're not going to upload it. And of course, it should have a reference. It's okay to have a speech, no problem with that. Say, my opinion is this. But if it's a paper to be uploaded, so it will be a soft peer review. We'll continue with the books. Now the books, that's why we delay. You are more than welcome to help us with editing a book, if you have the qualification for it. And if you don't have the qualification, and you think you can acquire, we can put some experienced professor next to you to work together. We have done that many times in the past. So you are more than welcome to help us with the editing. But the editing of the book, unfortunately, takes some months or years, for many reasons that I don't want to explain. Now about the online journals. The online journals, it's a different story. We try, because a lot of people that they have good work, they don't want to send to us. The reason is obvious. They can find a better journal to send. So they come, they say, it's okay, I don't want to publish with the books, I want to publish with the journal. So we try to establish some journals that they have good papers, selecting the best from all our conferences. So this is, and this will go through a blind, very rigorous peer review. Still, we have to persuade some of the good guys to give us their papers so we can increase in the long run the quality of the journal. I'm very keen about the publication, that's why I spent time, because I think our future, apart from the conference, is in publishing some good work. So you are more than welcome to help us with this. Now, I don't think I have many other things to say. I hope I'll see you tonight during the Greek night. Someone will walk you there, it's walking distance. And as Professor Poulos said, usually when we start the session, it takes 15 minutes. At the end, the questions, if there are no questions, we have the room outside that is larger than this one. You will see people who will continue talking outside. I wish you a nice day, and hope I'll see you in another conference. Thank you very much.
Right, we're just going to get ready for the first session. I think